Hello everybody, this is Katie here from Lunar Power. Just wanted to share with you some really cool revelations that I've been having. I am at a little reservoir by my house. It's like 10 minutes from my house, and when I go into nature, I like to ask nature questions, and she answers me all the time. So I was sitting on this rock, and I'll show you. I was sitting on this rock, and the view from this rock is cool. It's really nice. I kept seeing this piece of trash, and that was bothering me. Just focusing on the trash really more than the view, and I heard a voice say, "Go over and sit over there." But this branch was in the way, like this, and I'm like, "Why do you want me to sit over there? That's silly. I can't sit over there. That branch is gonna hit me in the head. I don't see how I can overcome that." And so I was just like, okay. So I moved, I changed my perspective, and then I saw where the branch was coming from and how I could just easily move it out of my way and sit there and not have it hit me in the head. So now I'm sitting here and my view is this, and not so much focus on the trash, but the beautiful view of not only the lake, but I get to see more things because I get to see the ducks and the geese. And so it was like the moral of the story for me is that, of course, a different perspective is going to get you perhaps a better result. It might not look like it's the most comfortable seat, but the other seat, I was just sitting there looking at the trash, and it was distracting me from my view. So what is the trash? That was a comfortable looking seat. It's a really beautiful looking seat. It looked perfect, but I was still sitting there looking at the trash and not looking at the view. So what is that representative of in your life? And then the second piece of that is like, I listened to the calling, even though it didn't make sense. And the calling said, sit over here, and I'll show you. Once you get out and try it, you'll see how you can overcome it. You can overcome that branch that's sitting there, and then you'll get a better view. So it's like, you have to, when you hear the calling, just go. And once you go, like, you can see how to fix it. But if you're sitting there looking at the trash, you can't see things from a different perspective and how you can overcome them if you're just sitting there. So that was really big to me, and I asked Mother Nature, and I thanked her for her example. And then it was just like, well, what is the seat you want me to sit on? What is this different perspective that you want me to have? And then I looked at this tree, and this tree, it's kind of small compared to other trees in the area, actually, because there's really huge tall trees over there, and of course, compared to a redwood and such, this tree is very small. But just like us in our development, the tree itself, even though it's in its growing stage, like we always are in growing stages, it's no less important because it's smaller. And it's not looking at the redwood trees and saying, "Oh, I wish I could be a redwood tree, then I would be important." No, the tree is important right now. It's giving nutrients to the soil. It's helping to keep the bank of, I don't even know how to say, the stream or the reservoir in place. It's giving shade to animals. It's contributing in more ways than I can understand, just like we do. And it doesn't have to wait until it's a big redwood tree, which it's never going to be, but it doesn't have to wait until it's this really big tree to be able to make a difference and to be important, because it is right now, and it was when it was a seedling, and somebody is going to get benefit from that. The bigger trees, maybe they can give different benefits or more benefits, but it doesn't mean that, one time that redwood tree was a very small tree too, and it was still important, and it's still growing and is growing in impact, and it's still important no matter the size. So that was really like something that I learned from the tree today. That always teaches me something. And also, I'm really big on exercise, 100%. But today I noticed when I was running, and also yesterday when I was trying to skateboard, I came out feeling really freaking amazing after doing that, and what I got from that was actually what I understood more completely today was that when I overcome my mind and I really step into who I came to be and my potential, then it felt really, really good because, yeah, me sitting on the couch and playing games on my phone, it can be relaxing, yes. But my body can be pushed so much harder and is so much more amazing than just sitting on the couch and sitting in my bed and thinking about, I don't even know, just tripping out and overthinking and working on myself, which is really cool to work on yourself. But when you overcome your mind, it gives you a lot of confidence that you can do amazing things and you can push through those things. And a lot of times it is the barriers of your mind. And even if you have to push and work hard for a time to get to that point, your body is still capable of doing it. It's still natural for your body to be able to run like that. It's just I'm not used to running as much as I used to. So, you know, you know, sometimes in the spiritual community or sometimes in general, you think you should, go with the flow and everything should come with ease. But there is a certain time when I almost got hit in the head. Bop. There's a certain time when you have to push through these traps of your mind. And it can be a painful process at times. Like this morning, I was really working through some things in terms of some limiting beliefs that I had, and I can go into that at another time. But um, exercise is just a really good reminder that if you push through, sometimes you can become more of who you are, and that gives you more ease in your life, as opposed to saying, oh, it's hard, I'm not going to get off the couch. It must not be who I am, but your body has that potential. Your body was made to run. But sometimes we don't run, we don't exercise our body, we don't, go spiritually as far, we don't accomplish as much because we have all these limiting beliefs or because it's hard. And yes, when you are in the flow of things, things do go easily, but there is some amount of work that you have to do in order to overcome your mind, because a lot of the reasons why it's hard is we are overcoming our mind. And but once we do, we step into that flow too, and we step into the potential of who we are and who we came to be. So another thing I want to contemplate a little bit more is how that really relates to my soul mission and my purpose, and um how much effort do I want to put into certain situations, um and then how much is forcing, because you don't want to force things either. So, it's a really good thing to think about. And maybe it's just, do you know what your potential is versus is this a trap of your mind? Um, so just some things to think about, guys. And I hope you are seeing your potential in the the small tree that is in front of me, that even if you aren't 100% think you want to be right now, that this has a lot of value and you have a lot of exactly where you are. And sometimes it just takes a change in perspective of just sitting in a different place and changing your mindset, that maybe if you do sit in a different place, you'll see or try a different thing, you'll see a different possibility. And that sometimes hard work is part of the spiritual process as well. Not everything is going to be easy when you're going through the flow. Sometimes when you go through the flow, you hit some rocks, and that's okay. It's going to lead you to a good place. Now, how many rocks you hit, that's another story, and if you're really in the flow, that's another story, and that's for you to decide. But just wanted to pass those messages along to you from Mother Nature. Bye, guys.